56 a grand, 500 grand though. Man, I swear I love
All right, hello tubes, hello the redirect. No, there is sound. It was just I was playing music. I just wanted to let everyone know that over on the TikToks that they need to do what they're supposed to do and continue to tap. So hi, Money's redirect. If you can go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe, follow, share this out to your misogynistic or racist ass uncle, all that stuff. I have some things that I've been kind of doing I've been looking further into, which is kind of interesting. And but either way, I do want to recommend, oh, yes. If you have people that feel as if they are, disenfranchised or disillusioned about voting, and so they don't want to vote, or they haven't been voting, or they're just hesitant, please also send them my way because I would like to converse with them. I don't argue, I don't debate my existence, I don't debate my friend's existence, I don't debate my right to health care. I just don't do it. However, I will have a conversation. um just gonna purge the sound comments until that's no, I saw you guys. No, you're fine. I already saw it, Justin. You're fine. Justin be on it, on it. A1 with the tube mods. Okay, so welcome in. I'm talking about women's health today, so if anybody would like to come up or call to be a part of that conversation, you are more than welcome. It's just a matter of how things are tracked and kind of what to look out for your own um, for your own benefit, for the benefit of your loved ones. So let's do it. Ugh, sorry, loud chair. Okay. So, as we know, we've talked, or I've mentioned that there's disparities when it comes to healthcare, and like that's on the side of just women and the side of like black or people of color. Hello, Trisha. So I want to hone in on one specific area, and that would definitely be maternal mortality rate, because something interesting I came across is the statistic when I wanted to look at that and a little infograph on that. And yeah, our administration, numbers and maths. Okay. I'm gonna do. If you have not shared, please, thank you, Dan. If you have not shared this out, please go ahead and do that. If you had not, so you can post to your story. You can also repost. Send your heart me. If you have not followed me yet, please do so. I would greatly appreciate that. I I just want you all to be informed and aware of things to look out for. So, what did I do? Oh, I need to switch. So, again, tubes, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to text it over. If you have any questions in the chat, you're more than welcome to put it in there. If I don't see it, you can text it over. Just remember, if you send me anything raunchy, I will, and I repeat, I will report you to your mother. And if your mother's not here with us anymore, I will find her final resting place. That's the one time I will fuck with a Ouija board, okay? All right. So, we are going to start our journey today. Don't dare me. Hello, hello. So we're going to start over here today in the whatchamacallits. I call them sources. Other people call them hoopla. Um, okay. Command zoom. Can y'all see that okay? Or is it blurry? I just need one person to let me know if you can see what's going on here. Hello? Anybody? No? Okay. Anyway, so we are going to look over at the National Library of Medicine, and this is that's a good point, Larry. Thank you. Okay, great. So this was actually published back in 2025, October 2025. So it's rewriting women's health. And so it's a content analysis of womenshealth.gov and the revisions that were made. I'm not going to read it verbatim. I'll just go through like the little points I'll highlight. But so basically they conducted an analysis of womenshealth.gov, and they use the Wayback Machine. So the Wayback Machine is something that you can use for archived websites to see if you like see what a website looked like on a particular date. So they conducted the content analysis of womenshealth.gov between January 17th and February 20th of 2025. And to describe the changes that were made, there's a chart down here that I'll show you, and it's a lot easier. But it was very much research and solution focused, or as of January 17th, and that was under our previous administration. And when they checked back, it had significantly changed. It was talking about, there was a lot of mention of men and women's sports. That has nothing to do with the health of women. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has nothing to do with women's health. It has nothing to do with reproductive organs, and the care and medical care and information and help that women and professionals go to a site for this for. Or people, at least people with a uterus would go to a site for. So it's very concerning, and I'm going to get through all of this, and it's just really unfortunate because womenshealth.org was something that you could really go to and be like, hey, okay, I really needed to understand this about myself, or needed to understand how this would actually intersect with like a particular, for instance, I have lupus. So a particular disease would intersect with me being a woman. How would it present with me being with me being a female? Okay. How would it present for me as opposed to how would it present for a male? So here's a quick table, and this shows exactly. So this is what was removed from the website, and it's the White House blueprint for addressing maternal health crisis. Very important, because you need to identify a problem, acknowledge that there is a problem, and then try to find the issues within a problem or that are causing that. So there was a fact sheet from President Biden's maternal health blueprint, know your rights, reproductive health care, banner linking to reproductiverights.gov, And then there was a maternal health task track force. What's up? She's sleeping. Are you going to come lay down? You just said you didn't want to talk to me. Okay. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, so the maternal mental health task force report to Congress, and then the mental health task force national strategy to improve maternal mental health care. So the featured story, in a featured story, 5 things you need to know about hypertension and pregnancy, which is something that a lot of people do not. Can you go back to the old guys who was retired Army life? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so the reason why this is important is because a lot of times people don't understand that their hypertension is a warning sign in pregnancy. And sometimes that leads to very bad medical crises and or maternal mortality. I'm going to tell you all right now that this chat is my favorite one to moderate of the day. It's because I don't have crash outs over there. So this is what was added to the site. I need someone up for a mod announcement really quick, please. And Jay, what are you talking about? You can call in. Because I'm not fighting the mute button with you. But that also shows that you really don't give a damn about the conversations that you and I, or the conversation that you and I had for almost a fucking hour, where you said you did understand. So it looks like you have a comprehension problem. So, can I please get a mod? I forgot. Hi. I don't know if she knows that she's up here. Okay. I just need a mod announcement, please.
Hi.
Hi.
I was invited up here.
By Blue.
Oh, hi.
I don't know what happened, Blue, but there you go. I'll be right back. Just a second.
Okay. Hey, Blue.
Yeah, hello. I have one eye open. I was actually about to take a nap. But everybody, while you are here, while we're awaiting Mia to come back, it would be great if we were to able to get her up to, let's say, 15K likes. Let's overshoot it. Let's go to get her to 20K likes. Make sure that you are doing all the good things. Make sure that you're sharing the live out to everybody that you can. Share it out to your friends, your neighbors, your enemies, all those people who are disillusioned voters, those people who think that voting isn't worth it, or that think that the both parties are two birds of the same wing, whatever. Yes, I said it backwards. I don't care. Make sure that you are hitting the gift goals, doing all the things that push us out to the algorithm so that we will show up on enough people's FYP to get some conversations going. And I'm gonna close my eyes again.
I was tapping.
No, so two birds of the same wing. I said that on Steve's live this morning. I was like, that's exactly how stupid that sounds. And this is very evident of why this is so dumb. But no, that's why I was laughing, because I did say that in Steve's live this morning. And he was like, you know what? No, I'm going to use that because that's exactly how stupid that sounds. But yeah. Something that, or the stuff that was added to the website is like protecting women and children banner, and a link, which was the homepage, and new protecting women tab under health and wellness on the main page, navigation banner, all of which direct to the new page containing a YouTube video by Riley Gaines on keeping men out of women's sports.
Bruh.
Gross. I hate. Ugh.
Defending women linked to executive order, defending women from gender ideology extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. Here's the thing. Something that is supposed to be for public health information, for the public about health information, should not be someone's fucking diluted soapbox. And who's going to want to go here if it's just fucking bigoted? It's creating an issue where it isn't, which is obviously the entire Men Out of Women's Sports campaign, whatever. So then another thing about keeping men out of women's sports, another thing about sex-based definitions, new page, defining terms. And then the female athlete triad in sports article / blog without medical references, of course. And women's health research linked to Discover WHR and a new NIH information portal launched in 2024. And I wanted to start out with this because this brings me into something I really wanted to look into. And oof, I lost the freaking infograph, or not the infograph, the picture. However, so I'm going to read this to you, and this was about the initiative that has been started when it comes to maternal mortality, right? And so how they're tracking it is through a HHS Perinatal Improvement Collaborative. The annual update was just released, I think it was the 10th. Is that what I saw? I don't want to lose. Oh, no, I think I just lost it. Okay. I don't know. It's not fucking dated like, a professional would date something when you're putting out information. Any hoosers. So with that being said, this is only taking information from 255 hospitals out of 50 states plus DC. So are pregnant people just not everywhere? Okay.
They're isolated into just a couple of spots. Okay. Also, y'all, why are y'all not tapping? I don't like. Hey, they haven't moved since I asked y'all to get 20K. What's happening? Y'all want to disappoint me? That's messed up.
All right, so this is where this information it gets skewed, because you're supposed to be able to, look and see how this stuff is being tracked. But this is the first thing that came up when I searched it. And I love that. I had to actually look through NIH. No, it wasn't NIH. CDC. I had to really dig to find the most updated. And the most up-to-date study was released as of 2024, I believe. But this is what they are using as the most up-to-date info chart, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's stupid. So they are making claims such as all right, so the report covers about 2.6 million deliveries across 2 baselines and 3 performance years. Finding demonstrate that a 41% or 41.5% decline in delivery visit mortality among hospitals participating in the HHS PIC, which is the prenatal improvement initiative, collaborative, whatever, impact. So it may be used to influence the sections it affects, participating in hospitals. Again, so these are the different regions that they have, that I have on the screen, right? And I don't think people realize how underrepresented places would be, when you're talking about only 255 hospitals being tracked. And in Texas alone, there are per the Texas HHS, there are about 215 designated maternal facilities or hospitals that would be able to accommodate that, right? So if in Texas alone, there are about 215 as of late 2025. Then we're going to scroll down here and we're going to actually look at Texas. Did I pass it? I probably could have clicked on Texas because that would have made sense. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hospitals being represented. So,
I mean, and it's just going to get worse because the amount of physicians who decided to either one, stop practicing OBGYN, or people who are entering medical schools don't even want to take that up as their primary, whatever, is going to be more since the overturning of Roe v. Wade. They stopped. They're like, if I'm going to be prosecuted or possibly prosecuted or tried for something that I'm doing as a profession, why would I even want to do it anymore? So it's just going to go up and up. And again, their whole thing of Roe v. Wade was, we don't want to unalive babies, but you're now unaliving women. And I think people tend to forget why Roe v. Wade was put in in the first place, because women were unaliving from what they call back alley ABs.
Yep. And I like that you brought that up. I didn't pull, I'm trying to think. Nope, I did not pull that, and I have to do the drop to it. But so I like that you pulled that up because I also looked at, so for instance, the states that have really strict laws or bans on there. So basically no exception laws, or they have it at the 6 week. The study showed that the maternal mortality rate rose since, obviously this happened back in 2022, that they rose about 9% in those areas.
Mm-hmm.
And this is because when people talk about abortion and stuff like that, they talk about it as a sense of just fetus the fetus. They don't talk about the health implications and why somebody would need an abortion. And also a lot of, if you think about it, when you're talking about it like elective, when you're talking about elective procedures in general, it's not necessarily saying it's not a necessity. It's just saying it's not emergent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and the thing is also, if you notice, since this was overturned in 2022, they haven't really spoken about it to the fact of the numbers. Like, they'll just say, like, oh, was it that Dr. Oz said the other day, we have an under babying? I don't know what the hell he said.
Yep.
Or
people are or women are under babied.
Yeah, correct. So my thing is, you got this overturned, yet you still have a low birth rate, and people are under baby, which is now, I don't know why that's a term.
Because
do you not see
women as breeders?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but do you not see you have not heard any pro-lifers come out and say, well, look, since 2022, look what's going on. Look how everything, no, because it's not happening. And no one calls them out on that. Instead of I think people need to be called out more on that. Like, hey, so now Roe v. Wade was overturned, but yet your guys are still complaining about the birth rate. Do you not understand how that overturning Roe v. Wade did nothing whatsoever. You're not saving babies. You're just unaliving women.
Is Monty still in
Sorry.
here? No, you're fine. If Monty's still in here, she's going to love Justin's comments. Fewer OBGYNs who will want to share their love with
Is that who Steve is?
Bushism. No, it's a Bushism. I love Bushisms. So yeah, we stayed up pretty late. Was it Saturday night, or it was Friday or Saturday night, and we were just sitting there listening to Bushisms. It was Saturday night into Mother's Day. But yeah, so this is where I talk about like things not being okay for women. And as it has been the case for years, the Black maternal mortality rate is the highest. And as I continue to say, or as I say, as Steve echoes, if it benefits a Black woman, it could only benefit you. So if we're actually able to focus on why there is so much death surrounding pregnancy. And by the way, the studies are done like around pregnancy. So obviously when a pregnancy would start in about 42 days beyond when the pregnancy is terminated. And when I say terminated, I'm going to blow your minds with this one. I mean, whether it's by AB, miscarriage, which is a spontaneous AB, but I'm also going to blow your mind with this one. Terminated means by C-section or vaginally. It just means the end of a pregnancy. So that is how it is measured and what the metric that is looked at.
Do you know that in Spanish, the way we called a miscarriage is un aborto natural, which is a natural abortion. That's how we say miscarriage in Spanish, un aborto natural.
So, yeah. But these things are important because if we can't figure out like what's going wrong, then if it's continuously happening, then you're going to have more people fearful to reproduce and be underbabied. That's disgusting. But yeah, that's what was the other thing? And then I was just looking at what their moms.gov looked like, and this is where they try to track people and their going ons. And by people, I mean women. So yeah. So it's to address people who face difficult or unexpected pregnancies. It does give the resource of finding pregnancy centers near you, and stuff like that. I think I saw, and then showing the different like quick facts and stuff. However, how did I get here? Oh, I got here because Congress wanted to introduce, by Congress, I mean the conservatives. They wanted to, I lost that fucking site. They wanted to push a bill that, but this is basically advertisement for Trump RX, Trump accounts, and all this fucking jazz. And what was the other one? There's something else out there, but yeah. By the way, I just want to let y'all know that the Trump accounts basically already exist without the Trump name, and you can probably get a little bit benefit on it. I just can't remember the name of what they are.
The 504?
Girl, the 504 is for fucking exception or fucking keep or
What is it?
those
I
are
get
for
emails all
school
the time.
and like
Yeah,
that's
that's kind of what it is. They have you put in $100 now, and then you can add to it.
Girl, no.
No?
The
Oh, okay.
504 it's like a 504 plan, like when you need like accessibilities at school, or that's what a 504 plan is. I think you're talking about no.
A
I'm not
512?
gonna like, where the fuck is Soros at? Not Soros, Sorosky.
I think I forgot what it is.
But
But yeah, I
yeah,
get emails all the time. They give you $100, you invest, and they invest. It's for the kids' college.
and then Gerber also had something like this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is it the 512?
501c. I thought 501c was no
Hold
501c
on.
is for fucking. I know. I have a computer right here. I could look it up, but I really kind of don't care about it. I don't care about it. I was just saying, there's other options. It doesn't like it's not anything brand new, shiny, sprinkling, spanking, brand new. So yeah, I just wanted to let you all know of something that simple, right? And the information about the information that we would go and look out, and whether we are safe when it comes to women's health. And obviously, we know that we're not, or most of us know that we're not. But even if you want more people to reproduce, you would want them to do it in a healthy system where they have access to care, where they have an ability to pay for that care, an ability to raise a family once they decide that they want to reproduce. So all of these things factor in to starting a family, not just breeding. As you see the damage, and we are not dogs, but this is a great example. When dogs are overbreeded, you see more runs in the litter, and like you see more complications with the female dogs. You see these things because they are not being cared for properly. It's the same thing with anyone. If you are not getting the proper care or access to care, access to nutritional or affordable foods, then you're going to lead yourself into more health complications, not just for the mother, but also for the babies y'all so much, or like people say they care about so much. So
Yeah,
that's
that's why
not
WIC was created, because you can get
exactly.
WIC when you're pregnant. And it then continues on to the child until they're 5 or 6, as long as you financially still qualify.
Exactly. And that
Hmm.
is where like we just sit there and like where a lot of people just disregard those parts of bringing babies into this world, right? They
Hmm.
also like to disregard quality of life. Like, no, I'm not pro life. I'm pro quality of life.
Hmm.
But something as simple, or I shouldn't say simple, something as talked about as pregnancy and ABs, I just wanted to show you all that information has been scrubbed. We've seen it when it comes to, so at this point, it doesn't matter what your race is. Obviously, it's still very detrimental to Black women. But it doesn't matter what your race is. If you have female reproductive organs, this is going to impact you because there's information that you don't have access to that you should. Okay. This is, and when you have people just like being like, you know what? This sounds irrational. Let me claim it as fact. That's a problem, and it's a threat to you. So this is not just affecting marginalized, even though women are considered marginalized, but this is not just affecting like marginalized or ethnic communities. It's affecting you too. You are not untouchable in this. Thank you so much for getting to that gift goal. I really appreciate that, and so I just wanted to share that it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't stop there. You also could hear it. I mean, we all sat there and kind of laughed, but then kind of just like, oh shit, we're in hell, when they came out and they confidently said that Tylenol was the source of autism. Like, don't get me wrong. It was funny as shit when when a friend of mine who has twin boys and only one of them is autistic, I was like, did you just take a half a Tylenol? She didn't know what was going on at the time. And then her son made the joke, the one without the autism made the joke. And then she was like, oh, now I get it. Like, it was like a month later. I was like, I made that joke a month ago. She was like, I just thought it was the funniest thing. I was like, great. I told it to you already. But anyway.
But remember, at first they said it was something in the vaccines.
Exactly.
And then there was a whole, vaccine movement of it causes this, it causes that. When that really didn't go anywhere, then they switched it to it's because of the Tylenol.
And if you
some still say vaccines, but it's not. Now it's like Tylenol.
And if you understand how harmful that is, right? You have people that have, like, we have had diseases resurface that were completely eradicated, that could, like, scientifically be considered eradicated, right? That resurface because of
measles, right? The measles, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if you know any older person, you're gonna know that they all got the polio shot. They have a scar on their arm from that shot, and you always wondered why. And then you got older, and you're like, oh, because they had to, because they were eradicating polio, and they did.
Yep.
Because everyone got the vaccine mandatory. But yeah.
But this is why it's so important to, like, not detach yourself from what's going on because of how close to home that this can hit. And it shouldn't have to hit close to home for you to pay attention. Because when you're already paying attention, it's easier to catch mistakes. It's easier to stop harm from escalating. And quite honestly, it's very much a privilege to not pay attention. Very much a privilege to not pay attention. It's not a smart privilege, but it's a privilege. Like, it's not a smart privilege to take advantage of, but it's still a privilege to not pay attention.
I mean, it's also the whole, like, if you don't talk about it, it never happened.
Yep. It's the same thing with racism. It's like I don't see color.
Yeah. All right, guys, 16,000. Let's get up to 25K likes. There's about 14 of us in here. We can get it up to more, please. Tap, tap, tap. You can hear and tap. I am listening and tapping and talking at the same time. Multitasking. We can all do it. Let's go.
Are you gonna move, please? All right. So yeah, honestly, don't worry about tapping because I'm probably just going to stop here. Go lay down. I'm just gonna stop here.
Alrighty.
I got 42 minutes in. I just wanted to, like, I saw that was something, and
Mommy, please help me get
all right, bye y'all. This was a waste of a day. Thanks. Bye.